Finny Mac, get the checkbook out and bring back Brock Lesnar full time because this show needs it. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your Smackdown review on the 15th of April 2022. Again, this is the fourth main show post WrestleMania show, and it just like the previous two Raws and last week's SmackDown, it wasn't good. It sucked. It was so uneventful. Pretty much nothing happened. Lack of star power, lack of main eventers on the show, a lack of anything interesting happening, and I definitely got a lack of interest here heading into WrestleMania Backlash. So we kick off the show with Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. They're in the arena, they're in the home of SmackDown, they commit to the ring, they want the Usos. They challenge the Usos to a unification tag team title match. They said they've got it. They did their poses, they said their catchphrases. Then the Usos came out. The Usos spoke about how they've been the champs for so long, and again, they just rung off all their catchphrases, and instead of the two teams like communicating with each other, it was pretty much just, you know, one team taking a chance to say everything they want to say, then the other team taking a chance to everything they were going to say. It was like, insert your fucking catchphrase here. I mean, the two teams weren't really interacting with each other. The Usos were ringing off how they're the one and how they're this and how they're that and how they're the Usos, but I mean, it didn't really add anything to this whatsoever. There was a good line when Randy Orton said that the big dog had let the bitches off the lead. I mean, that was pretty good, but I mean, overall, this wasn't really great. It wasted a lot of time, and then it ended up with both teams leaving. Randy Orton did celebrate it with Riddle, and then the Usos came in, attacked Riddle, and left to the back. We get back from the break. Riddle wants the universal unification match tonight. Adam Pearce says he can't make it tonight, but he can make Riddle versus, is it Jey Uso or Jimmy Uso? One of the Usos. Does it really matter? They're both the fucking same. They're both twins anyway. I think they're both as good as each other. So tonight's main event's Riddle versus a member of the Usos. We then had Sasha Banks backstage with Naomi, telling her all she needs to do to beat Rhea Ripley tonight is be Naomi. And then Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan walk past, again dressed in their black leather, like some weird fucking sort of lesbian domination style pairing. I don't know. I feel like they're definitely trying to go down that route, especially with Liv Morgan. She seems like fascinated with Rhea Ripley. She seems like turned on by Rhea Ripley. I don't know why. She looks like a man, so I don't get it. But yeah, no, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan then come out to the ring. Rhea Ripley takes on Naomi. Rhea Ripley beats Naomi, pins her again in a weird fashion, kind of like humps her during the 3 count, and then Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan pose in front of Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks looks at her title, and she looks a little bit worried, and next week on Raw, it will be Sasha Banks and Naomi defending their titles against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, so who knows. I'm expecting a Rhea Ripley heel turn, but I guess we'll see what happens. Then we had Madcap Moss cut a promo backstage about how he's happy to be done with Happy Corbin, calls Happy Corbin a miserable man. He's taken on one member of Los Lotharios, and he says if they bring that kiss cam tonight, he knows where they can put it, and then the next minute he puckers his ass up and the kiss cam is on his ass. So I mean, basically, then Pat McAfee screaming, he's telling them to kiss his ass. So, I mean, that was a wee bit funny, I guess, but nothing spectacular. It'll be interesting to see what Madcap Moss can do now that he's leaving all the horrible jokes behind him. Then the Lethal Lovers come out. Angel Garza and Humberto, they kiss some chick from NXT, I believe she is, on the front row in the kiss cam. Again, Madcap Moss points to his ass. He wants them to kiss his ass. And then Madcap Moss beats whoever it was. I don't know if it was Humberto or if it was Angel Garza, but he beats either one of them relatively easy, and then they announce that he's going to face the other one that he didn't beat next week. So Los Lotharios at this stage, pretty much just jobbers. I mean, they did get wins over Ricochet back-to-back, but then they lost the title match, and now they're losing to Madcap Moss. So, yeah, not a big fan of Los Lotharios. Then we had Drew Gulak backstage, he was speaking to Adam Pearce, wanting a full-time job as a backstage ring interviewer, ring announcer, stage interviewer, backstage interviewer, whatever you call it. He interrupted Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair said she would give him a chance to interview her in the ring. They go to the ring. She's basically saying how she didn't refuse. Drew Gulak kept putting, like, you know, interesting, valid points to Charlotte Flair, and she kept, like, shutting them down. He said that she rejected a match with Ronda Rousey, which she did last week. He said that she tapped out to Ronda Rousey, which she did at WrestleMania. Charlotte Flair was kind of denying this, saying that she didn't want to face Ronda Rousey for Ronda Rousey's benefit. In the end, Drew Gulak says that if the referee was in the right position, Ronda would have left at WrestleMania with the title. Charlotte Flair accused Drew Gulak of quitting because he wasn't good enough to be an in-ring performer, and that's why he quit to become an interviewer. And Drew Gulak was about to leave. Charlotte Flair attacked him from behind, locked him in a figure 4, applied the figure 8. Drew Gulak's tapping it. Again, it's more man on woman, it's more woman on man violence, but God forbid if it was the other way around, WWE would be getting cancelled. Like 5 refs ran out to break this up, and then they get in the ring and they don't even touch Charlotte. So what's the point? Why are the refs running out there? If the refs are running out there just to ask her to break the hold, then why not just send one ref out? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Why do they need five refs to come out just to shout at Charlotte and ask her to release the hold? Surely if 5 refs are coming out, they should be breaking that shit up. But again, just more unrealistic crap. And I'm guessing it's because she's a woman. The male refs can't really, you know, put their hands on her. I'm assuming that's what it is. But either way, pretty dumb, if you ask me. Then we had Michael Cole go over a bunch of WrestleMania and Super Bowl stats, just showing how WrestleMania 38 beat the Super Bowl on social media, video views, engagements, etc. And after every single one, Pat McAfee was going stupendous, and I guess it was pretty funny. Like, I mean, Pat McAfee's good on commentary. He's one of the good things about SmackDown. Then we had a promo backstage with Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther. And in the end, Gunther says, "You will obey Ring General." I mean, I kind of dig this whole, you know, I don't know, it's not a Nazi gimmick, it's just a foreigner gimmick. You know, we've had it in the past before. The foreign people, they want to come and conquer America. You know, we had it back in the day with a shitload of foreigners, Yokozuna, Iron Sheik. Most recently, we've had it with, like, Rusev, the Bulgarian brute, Lana, obviously being from Russia. And now we've got a couple more foreigners that want to come and, you know, dismantle America. So, yeah, I'm all for this. Hopefully they go down that route and they keep it, like, patriotic, and they make it like Europe versus America. I hope that they keep the whole nationality thing going. Then we had Sami Zayn taking on Drew McIntyre. Kind of ended how it ended last week. Sami Zayn at one point grabbed Pat McAfee. It's a shield. Drew McIntyre punched. McAfee moved out the way, and Sami Zayn got clocked in the jaw. Pat McAfee was then bashing Sami Zayn on commentary, and Sami Zayn again got counted out. Drew McIntyre chased him up the ramp, and that was it. So Drew McIntyre wins for the second week in a row via count out, and then they announced next week it'll be Drew versus Sami Zayn in a lumberjack match, where I guess the whole stipulation is, the whole point of this match is if Sami Zayn tries to leave, he'll get thrown back in the ring. Then we had Ricochet versus Jinder Mahal. Not a lot to say here. Ricochet cut a wee promo before the match saying that Jinder Mahal is just another tree trunk that he's ready to cut down, and that Jinder doesn't have the talent in ring that he does. And it proves that was correct, because Jinder Mahal lost to Ricochet. I wanted Jinder to win, but the Jinder got hindered tonight. So Ricochet won, he retained the title, which was unfortunate. Then we had Natalya backstage complaining to Shayna Baszler. She called Shayna and herself legends, and complained about all the other women. Then she said there's this new girl with all her clothes lying around. Raquel Rodriguez was sitting down on a chair. Natalya went over to confront her, but then when Raquel Rodriguez stood up, she was like 2 feet taller than Natalya, so Natalya backtracked and shook her hand and walked out of there. And I don't know, Raquel Rodriguez looked hot. She was wearing some, like, kind of fucking latex, tight wrapped blue top thingy, and it was a good look. I wonder when she'll make her in-ring debut. I don't know, hopefully she wears that though. Then in the main event, it was the Uso versus, I think it was I don't know what Uso it was, to be honest. But it was one of the Usos versus Riddle. Riddle beats him in the end with an RKO. And that was it, really. Good, decent match. Riddle wins with RKO in midair. Also, we had Butch attack a member of the New Day. He actually attacked both members. Kofi and Xavier Woods were doing like contract signings, and Butch like jumped over a table, attacked them both. He had to be saved by Sheamus and the other guy whose name I can't remember. Right, and then like I said, main event, Riddle beat the Uso, and it's fucking, it's 3:15 here. This review's been going on too long, but yeah, again, poor SmackDown, man. Nothing interesting happened here. Nothing good happened. I'll give it. I mean, there was a few things that were okay, but it was a boring show, man. There just wasn't a lot happening tonight. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 10. And again, I feel like I'm being generous with a 2 out of 10. I mean, the main event was decent. I liked the promo from Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. I don't know. I mean, some of it was alright, but just overall, not a lot happened, man. Not enough happened. Too boring, in my opinion. Anyway, guys, that's it. 2 out of 10. Let us know what your thoughts were down below. Share, like, subscribe to this video, comment. I'll catch you later in the next one, but until then, peace.